In this video, I'm going to show you how to optimize largest contentful paint or LCP for better performance. So largest contentful paint LCP measures how long it takes for the largest visible element on a page to load. So a good LCP score is under 2.5 seconds for an optimal user experience. So if your LCP is low, it can negatively impact SEO and user retention. So let's go over some effective ways to optimize LCP and improve page speed. So listen carefully as I explain. So first, let's identify the LCP element. So before optimizing, you need to find the LCP element on your page. This is usually a large image, or it could be a hero banners or featured image, and then a heading and a background image. Now, find LCP using Chrome DevTools. You can open your website in Google Chrome and then right-click, inspect, or press F12, and then go to the Performance tab, and then click Start Profiling and Reload page. Look for the LCP marker and see which element is responsible. And since images are the most common LCP elements, optimizing them can significantly improve LCP scores. Use a next-gen image formats. You can convert images to WebP or AVIF for faster loading. Example, using a picture tag. And then after that, resize and compress images. You can use tools like TinyPNG, Squoosh, or Image Optim to reduce file size. Set the correct dimensions for images to avoid large-scale rendering. And then use a content delivery network like a CDN like Cloudflare, Cloudinary, or Fastly that helps serves images faster. And then you can also use the loading lazy attribute to load images only when needed. And now, for the web fonts, delay LCP if they block rendering, you can use a font display swap. And then you can also limit font varieties or variations and avoid using multiple fonts, weights, and cells unnecessarily. And then preload key fonts, you can also add a like a link rel, then preload, then tag for a critical fonts. Now, you can also reduce render blocking resources. So if your CSS and JavaScript files block rendering, LCP will be displayed like for reduced render blocking resources. So if your CSS and JavaScript files block rendering, LCP will be delayed. So minify CSS and JS, you can use tools like Cursor for JS and CSS Nano, and then for CSS to reduce the file size, and then load non-critical JS files asynchronously. And after that, you can also remove unused CSS like using a purge CSS or Google Page Speed Insights to find and remove unused styles. And also, a slow server response affects LCP. Enable caching. Use a browser caching cache control to store assets locally. And then use a faster hosting provider, like upgrade to a VPS or dedicated server if your site is on shared hosting. And then enable gzip or broadly compression, compress files for faster delivery. And then prioritize critical rendering path. The critical rendering path, CRP, is a sequence a browser follows to render a page, and optimize it by preloading critical resources using a server-side rendering or SSR. And after that, test your LCP improvements. After making optimization, test your site again using Google Page Speed Insights, and then Lighthouse and webpagetest.org. And that's it. That's how you optimize largest contentful paint for better performance. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel.